What is up, guys? North Digital Assets coming at you with another video. In this video, we're just going to cover Bitcoin real quick. Then we're going to cover CKB, the market, and that's going to be it on this one. So, number one with Bitcoin, what's going on right now is basically we've come up into this what I believe is a symmetrical triangle, kind of bouncing around in there right now. We are flirting around the top of the symmetrical triangle. Not sure if I need to readjust my trend line and we're still in it, or if we're flirting with backtesting and coming out of it and actually being bullish up to like 31,500 or 32,000 and still having a little bit left in here. If you look at the stochastic RSI on Bitcoin, I could potentially argue, and if you watch this channel a lot, my favorite is when you get a double tap or a triple tap on the stochastic RSI, or if, say, you come down on the stochastic RSI and you're flat like this sideways for a little while, you buy that. That's extremely bullish, especially when we're in an overall bull trend. I mean, we've moved up from 15,500 now all the way up to 28,000. The trend has reversed. We are now in a bullish trend. You don't want to short it moving forward, in my opinion. I will not be shorting it. You could make the argument that the 4-hour stochastic RSI just did a double bottom here on the 4-hour. It did have a big bounce here instead of just being flat. But anyways, tap twice here, down about 0 and kind of coming back up. The 1-hour momentum is about to reset. Basically, we're going to try to wait and see which way are we going to go. Are we going to go up out of this triangle or not? Usually in an uptrend and then a symmetrical triangle, it's a continuation of the trend. Then you'd probably see a correction at 31.5 or 32 in there. Let's go to the weekly really quick and then we'll switch to the altcoins. With Bitcoin falling through this here, it obviously broke the trend. It's a new trend. It is a reversal. We're now closing above the red, which is a 55 EMA. If you continue to close up there and you find support above this ribbon, the green is just going to continue to catch up. Any correction, I expect us to go to 25,000. So basically, as this green comes up, when we finally get this cross, that's when the party is really going to get started. We are reversing trend, which is great. That's what we've been waiting for a long time. If we go to the daily, I'll show you targets next for Bitcoin, and then we'll cover some altcoins. So typically when you're retracing, you're going to find the resistance at the previous peaks, and you're just going to keep making these V-shapes. The altcoins do it, Bitcoin does it, they all do it, okay? You come up, you find resistance like a V-shape. You're here, you go down, you come up, oh, it's like a V-shape. That's it there, okay? So right now we are only at 28,000. What I'm saying is I'm making the case that you could come up to 31,000 out of this whole pattern here and just loading up. You could come up to 31,500 up to potentially 32,000 and see that as rejection. And then that was potentially wave 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 up to either now or up to 31, 32. And that is sub-wave 1 done. So that's the potential that we're looking at right now. Like I said a while back, there was a potential that 1, 2, 3, this little 4-5, I made in a post weeks ago that 4-5 might be way too small, and that's not actually the finish of the first subwave, and that this 5 doesn't have to be so tiny and piddly. So when we corrected down, I was concerned about that, and I voiced that. But what I'm saying is for future targets for Bitcoin, right now, we just need to see which way it breaks with the FOMC meeting and see which way it breaks out of the symmetrical triangle. I do expect all-time highs for Bitcoin this year. Either way, you will find out in the long run that, so this Elliott wave theory we're always talking about in these targets for Bitcoin, it's not gonna, we're not concerned with the Fed and what's being printed. I mean, that's all fuel to the fire, but we're not concerned with that. The economy, inflation, World War III, all these different concerns and FOMC tomorrow. At the end of the day, what this Elliott wave theory and what this thesis I've been showing is that it's the writing's on the wall and it's coming either way. That the blow off top, that the all-time highs for Bitcoin this year are coming either way, and that those things do not matter. So that's kind of part of the thesis, as crazy as that sounds. And also, obviously, another point up here to be taking a look at is 47, 48. You see the same thing with altcoins. Let's dive into CKB. So CKB having a great day, bottomed out here in an uptrend, coming up into an ascending triangle. That's usually bullish. You broke above it. You're floating up here somewhere in here. I said when the correction comes, I would love to back test, and I put this line in here. Well, within that time, it basically rolled, corrected exactly what I said. I didn't know that I was going to be right. I really didn't think I was even going to be right. But I said I'd like to get this line back tested. If we correct, we did. We hit it, and then an instant pump, and we are now at 0.0057. What I'd like to see in the future moving forward is to continue to hold this 0.00, I can't draw right now, the computer's being slow, the 0.0048 and the 0.005. Okay, I'd like to finally hold that one of these times instead of just falling through it, okay? I'd like to actually hold it. And will CKB run from here at some point when it finally really gets its footing above 0048, above 005? It fully has its footing, it's fully supported, and it's ready for the next leg up. And then Bitcoin moves, or then the altcoin market moves. I believe that next big movement out of the market, CKB will easily run to 1 cent. And we've shown the importance of that level before and why that's an important level. I need to zoom back out to the daily, but you get the point. 1 cent, important level, and there is sort of a void there, and you can see it here, just a liquidity void where it should make the run much easier when it really gets its footing. CKB will be back on track. It'll be back to 1 cent. We're still looking at a possibility of 12 cents at least for CKB in the bull run. Maybe up to 20 cents, depending on the momentum and what's going on at the time. But if altcoin season is real crazy and Bitcoin really does run to that 100 grand, then yeah, the 168 here, the swing high and the swing low, the 1618, 20 cents for CKB. 20 cents would be a, let's see here, 35x. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I'm saying though at least a 12 cent. That's a previous call. Up to the 1272, the 1414 in here. If an altcoin isn't that hot in the blow off top in the altcoin season, if something's not that hot, they don't all get to the 1618 or the 2272. But I would expect definitely into this range somewhere at least. Okay, so that's my take on CKB, what's going on right now. Will CKB pump over the next week or two? Very hard to say. So right now, if Bitcoin takes a breather, there's a lot of coins that could definitely run. CKB is already showing strength, and especially compared to the rest of the market right now. So if the rest of the altcoin market does pump a little bit here, and there's like a, I'm not going to call it alt season, but if it's like a miniature version of an altcoin pump, okay, CKB and some of these coins will run. Some coins will run, some will stay flat, some will go down, some will do nothing. It's hard to say. There's so many cryptos. Don't chase, just already have your coins. Could happen here in the next week or two as Bitcoin chills out. But then I expect Bitcoin again to go on another massive run and steal the show, and then altcoins will be a couple weeks behind, and then they'll actually start gaining some ground to start catching up to Bitcoin. So that's what I'm seeing for CKB. I'm not going to cover anything else in this video. I don't want the video to be too long. I'll release another altcoin video tomorrow. I'll release a video on a lot of stuff tomorrow. I need to get some more videos out so I can actually get all these ideas onto paper, onto video for you. But that's what's going on right now. If you're a long-term hodl, just sit and wait and enjoy the show. And if you're looking to leverage trade, I'm going to continue to post trades on Twitter. And when I'm highly confident of a trade, like super confident, I'll let you know, because I'm going to try to pull some doubles and make a lot of money. So I'll keep you updated on that on Twitter. And especially when I'm extremely confident of a trade. Those take time, though. Those don't come around as often, but there's going to be some coming up. And I'll be very certain when I go into those trades. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you in the next video. See ya.